like having a waiting room because I am a professional, Jeremy.
Is it professional or dude, does anybody like waiting rooms? Like when you go to the doctor's office.
Joel, how do I feel about the waiting room? We had this
I'm
conversation.
very well aware how you feel about the waiting room. I am well aware.
I don't know. What is this answer here?
If I click that someone is live on a stream and I go to it and I have to sit and wait for longer than like 30 seconds, I'm not watching your stream.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like when you go to the doctor's office and you have an appointment at an 11:30 and you're in the waiting room until 11:35, this is bullshit.
Well, you see, the thing about that is there is a trick to the waiting room, and it's not to put it up for 20 minutes like I've seen certain people do.
This is what see, I
It
don't
drives
want
me up
people
the fucking wall.
I don't want people to have a waiting room. I want them to come in here and they're getting the banter right away. And if they want to see what they missed, they go back on the video on demand. That's how it should
Oh,
be.
see,
I mean,
that's the thing. If you don't do VODs, then you can't go back. So for the impact streams, I'll put it up for 5 minutes, just to get the gimmick going.
I get a short one, but like I was watching the Sweets one the other night and they literally had like a 12-minute wait. And I was annoyed.
It's bullshit.
I've watched fucking
I don't
Tommy
need to
Ann
listen
do
to
that.
Josiah's rap for 12 minutes.
Yeah, Tommy End is the same way. I don't need 20 minutes of dark brooding music in your wife's Twitch channel.
You're not a fan of the
Yeah.
Malachi.
No. I learned to
Hello,
very
love
much
wrestling.
lose my interest in them.
J.K. Shaw's here, Greg Carter, Spencer, Sean Burby, the EP. Hello, 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 hello,
Hello.
hello, hello.
How's everybody doing tonight? Or this morning? Maybe it's yesterday. Who knows?
No.
I mean, I don't know. Al, first of his name. Hello.
Oh, Spencer's
Oh.
dog loves us. We love your dog too, Spencer.
No. Dogs are dumb.
Very very excited. I get to room with Spencer in Vegas, assuming
Really?
we both make it.
Oh.
Yes. It's myself, Spencer, and JPJ.
Justine with the raid as well.
Justine.
Yeah.
Justine,
How are
thank
you?
you.
Assuming you're here.
I'm very tired.
It's not too late. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Like my lunch break today, I literally laid down on the couch and slept.
Yeah,
For
my
my
partner
entire
did the
lunch
same
break.
thing,
I'm
actually.
just spent today. It's been a long week. Mosquito flying in here. Got it.
God dang. When we had fly problems, I didn't go right after them. You're a menace.
It's a freaking mosquito. I'll have a welt on me this big if I don't freaking kill it.
Oh man,
Valid.
see,
I have O positive blood. They're attracted to me.
I think I got bit by a mosquito behind my ear, and it looks just god awful. I had to take some drugs tonight. I was having a very stressful night. Fortunately, the EP was here to take care of me, but very stressful night with many things going on. And I think it all stems from a mosquito bite. See, they like you, Hannah. Like mosquitoes, they love me. They just like come after me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
can you go the fuck away? Throw the EP in front of me.
It's funny because I'll be sitting outside at my parents' house and they will like swarm me and I will get so many bites and my dad will sit there and not get a single one.
Horrible.
And I swear, which they always say that they're attracted to certain blood types. I have O positive blood and he has A positive blood. And I swear it's because of the O blood type that they come after me. They also come after pregnant women more too. It's the scent.
Huh, today I learned I'm pregnant.
So when I was pregnant, Lord, they would come after me.
Our problem right now.
Drugaloo.
Oh, the allergies to mosquitoes. Oof.
Yeah, I am too.
We have sunflowers down below where we live, and apparently they attract the bees. So we had hardcore
Oh.
bee problems last year. It was kind of bad. This summer's okay though. Sam,
Drew Nicholas,
PBR.
they are also attracted to dark colored clothes. So if you
Uh-oh.
wear black a lot, like me, they will bite you as well.
See, I thought they were
Sam.
attracted to just. I thought they were attracted to like a lot of hair. And I've got a decent
The
amount
hair
of
might be
hair.
one of the things too.
Yeah.
Hair might be one of the things too. But I know the blood type, pregnant women, if you drink beer
See, I don't do that.
and dark colored. Me either.
Speaking of beer,
But I'm trying to get PBR to be my bestie.
yeah, trying to get that too. I want that.
Is
I'll smash beers all day long in the name of Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Is,
All right,
is everybody just like
they get
going
me.
after this PBR sponsorship? I saw somebody who
Yes.
mentioned in the chat. Oh, Sam says, when's Distraction getting the PBR sponsor? I cut a Domino's pizza box on the show tonight, so they should be very thrilled with me. Hannah is speaking, but not being heard.
Your audio is weird. Nope.
Seems
You gotta
bad.
do that thing again. You gotta do that thing again where you take out the earpods and reconnect them.
Bad.
I thought you had a proper microphone. Yeah, talking to us ain't gonna help here. Like, trying to reply to me. It seems like a lot of work. It's a USB. Oh my goodness. Cher has a microphone. She just doesn't always use it unless she's provoked, like we just did. Oh yeah, we're trying to get that PBR sponsorship. Gonna get them all over us so we can drink beers on our streams. That's what we're gonna do. Such big drinkers we all are, let me tell you. Although I don't know if you guys actually know how their sponsorships actually work, and it's literally they reimburse you. You buy their product, give them the receipt, they send you the money. That's all it is.
No, I didn't tweet the clip to them. If somebody else wants to do that, then, I mean, go for it. But I didn't do
Have
it.
Kyler do it. Just make Kyler do it.
Yeah, I mean, I could do it. I don't know. Why? I heard a kid. I feel like I heard a kid anyway.
Yeah, you got to change the setting in Skype. We're gonna lose her forever, and then we'll all be doomed. We have so many stories to tell, don't we? We haven't even set up the show yet.
Yeah, we do have a decent amount of stories.
There's always a child.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
I connected my microphone and it hung me up from the call, so that's why I don't connect my microphone.
Well deserved.
No, he's supposed to be asleep, and he won't go to sleep because I'm not in bed.
Okay, so what you do is first you get some duct tape, okay?
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna be a great parent. All right. How many stories did we receive, Jeremy?
A decent amount. I haven't like fully checked it, but a good like 8-ish or so.
So everyone here knows that tonight we're talking about our like worst job experiences, our horror stories, right? And we solicited your stories from you people, and he sent them all over to Jeremy. If you didn't, you can still do it. Just go to his Twitter and DM him. And V-Trigger the kid, put him to sleep. I agree. Oh, man.
Condolences, Paris, 14. I'm so sorry.
What happened? Oh,
His brother passed away.
Oh, fuck.
That's
I'm sorry.
awful. I'm very sorry
Jay
to hear
Harris. Oh, We will do our best, buddy. You know, just take care of yourself. And condolences to you and your family.
Yeah, if we can help, if we can make you smile a little bit, even let us know.
And
We'll
I
do
get
it.
it.
We'll
You
do it.
guys are trolls.
That's
your whole
tremendously
gimmick.
generous of you,
Hey.
Anthony Down Under. Thank you for gifting us up to Jay
Good
Harris.
man, Anthony Down Under.
Thank you.
Very nice. So, should we go ahead and read one of them, or does one of the three of us want to go ahead and bury someone here?
I will read.
On the stream.
Yeah, I'm shooting on Sean Ross Sapp.
Yes.
I have a request to read the EPs because I don't know how long she's gonna be here, so
Okay.
I'm double checking to make sure she is here, and I'll read hers. I don't even remember what it was. She messages me too much. She should knock it off.
Me too.
Misfit, what up?
Hey.
Sean Burby sent in a story, I will say.
All right.
Trying to see if anybody in the chat sent in a story. Drew, you sent in a story you wanted to be on, right? If you're free, Drew, I'll have you on in just a moment. I'll give you a call. Okay. I'll wait on the EP story. Okay. Let's see. Let's read. I don't know. When do you guys want to start? Joel?
Hannah.
I said I've only had like 4 jobs in my entire life.
Yeah, you complain about them every single day on the internet, so there's got to be one story that's useful.
Well, yeah, my job is fucking awful, but I still work there. So,
Same.
I'll tell you about the job interview that I had Monday that they told me that I would hear back today, and I didn't freaking hear anything back, so I sent them an email.
What a fucking disaster. Go ahead.
First off, he called me like 5 minutes late, and after I scheduled the appointment time with him, and then like 5 minutes into the interview, he says, well, I did feel like I should probably tell you that we're wanting to hire internally for this job, but we just put the job posting up just to see who we got to apply. And I'm like, why am I doing this interview? Why am I here? What's happening right now? And that was about it. I mean, he was very bad at interviewing. Probably the worst interview I've ever had. He did a lot of talking to himself. So it would be like,
What?
he would ask me a question, and then he would say like, well, I guess I better go ahead and say this, and then say what he was gonna say. So his inner monologue was not inner.
And this person worked in HR, or did they work in the capacity like above what you were interviewing for?
They have a whole hiring team, and he is on the hiring team that will be interviewing.
Okay, makes sense. He's just really bad at his job.
Drew.
No one can hear what Hannah's
Your
saying.
mic cuts right off.
She said Drew. Yeah, you do need Skype to join with video, Drew.
Hello. Fightful
Cham
Faithful.
already 300. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Talking about some badass stories.
Thank you, JMR. An Outlook account is what Hannah. I feel like that's what Hannah is using, an Outlook account. With the way she can at least hear, I guess. Well, that's good. Clearly doesn't have. We don't know what you're saying.
What is going on?
I have no idea what you're saying. It looks like she's trying to smash the. That's a good mic too. Like
Yeah.
a MySpace is what you need, says Sam.
Yes, you do need a MySpace. That's right.
Yeah.
Try plugging it out and plugging it back in again.
Burris says, as someone who used to interview people for temp jobs, we'll let you know by Friday. Always meant we hope you forget by Monday.
That's true.
Tremendous.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, for
Yes.
now. We'll see how long it lasts.
Well, this is not a temp job, so.
JK, I always troll Hannah. It's probably my favorite thing about the friendship we have set up for ourselves.
Because Joel's a bitch.
Oh,
Factual.
You're going down in Vegas.
Factual.
I'm going to make.
Right.
I'm fighting so many people. Did you know that I'm fighting the entire Matt Men podcast in Vegas? Apparently.
Interesting.
Yeah, I gotta beat the
Why
shit
do you
out of
wanna
Andrew
beat with
Zarian.
him?
I don't
only
actually, but I'm gonna beat them.
Like 36 hours, and I have like 8 million people trying to make plans with me.
The trick is to see them all at once at a giant event, maybe one in which several people have tickets and could, get up and see each other at certain parts where maybe it's downtime.
I'm just trying to get everyone to come to brunch. Knock it all out.
See, this
Oh,
is
can
why,
we do-
this is why,
Can we do a
I'm not
brunch buffet?
I'm not trying to do anything in Chicago. I'm
Except challenge.
Challenge Mania, karaoke bars, and that's like it. I don't want to do anything else.
I've got people being like, hey, after I get in town late Friday night from SmackDown, do you want to hang out? I'm like, no. I do not. I want to go to sleep.
Oh no!
Meanwhile, my ass is gonna be on a plane with those people.
No, I'm gonna V-trigger everybody in Chicago, Sam. But I will see them all at All Out. I'm just gonna do it all there. JK Shaw, if you're gonna be in Chicago, we will do karaoke. This is 100% what I'm doing. Definitely doing some karaoke.
I want to know what the quotes are around Friends from Brainman02 that I'm having this much trouble because I'm friends with so many podcasters.
I just saw it. I'd love to hear this answer. Oh, Burby, will the Fightful title be on the line? Listen. The Fightful title is always on the line. The problem is I can't get Jimmy Van to unlock the safe and give it to me for a weekend.
And no, Hannah did not. I did not go to Raw in Kansas City this week. Kansas City is like a 5-hour drive from me.
It's nothing. It's like Ottawa to Toronto for me.
Yeah, except I had to work Monday, and then I had to work Tuesday.
Good point. Take it. Okay, I'll accept it. There we go. Trying to set up these screens properly so I can see everybody and talk about it. Listen, Chicago's still on the table for me. I need someone to basically sponsor me to go to Chicago, and then I'll go to Chicago. If there's a reason that sends me there that doesn't cost me, I'll go. If you guys want to pay for my flight to Chicago and back, hit me up. Or just paypal.me/JoelPearl.
Good luck with that.
Okay, someone tell an actual story. I gotta mute because there's a train coming through.
All right.
Ah, the late train. Go ahead.
The late train. I think Joel's just asking for money on this podcast. Jesus.
I regret nothing.
Jesus. All right. Let's see. Who messaged me first about a story? Caleb. Oh, no. The EP says she's here. Sorry, Caleb. All right. So.
So stupid. I love it.
I gotta remember what the fucking story is. Again. Okay. So she worked a job where she would babysit a kid, and I'm gonna fuck up the teams here, but this is in Florida. So she babysit this kid in Florida, and I'm trying to do this from memory. She didn't actually send in the story. She just said, "You can tell this story." Thanks. Thanks that I'm gonna tell this story that you told me 2 weeks ago to try to remember.
This will end well.
I get so many angry texts after this. So she's babysitting this kid, and the don't fuck it up or they'll yell at you too. Factual. This is in Florida. Shit. I think the parents' kids were big. Is it even Florida? I'm double guessing. Okay, I'm gonna guess it was Florida. I'm pretty sure it's Florida. Okay.
Oh my God.
They were
This
big.
is an awful story.
Yeah, they were big. They were big Florida fans. They're big Florida fans, right? And there's a big Florida State rivalry. Everyone who follows college sports knows there's a big Florida State rivalry. And so she babysits these kids. The kids use Florida State colors, like to color, like to use markers. Oh no, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. They went to Florida State. they went to Florida State, and the kids used Florida colors to color, and she got yelled at for allowing them to use the colors of Florida to color in their book, because like that's like what's the word I'm trying to say here?
Sacrilegious?
Yeah, sacrilege. To color with the colors of the rival team. So she got yelled at for that, and I'm pretty sure she quit after that. You can't just tell me you can tell this story and again expect me to remember these things. You know how often we talk and how many stories we share? I can't remember what she told me like 2 hours ago, much less what she told me 2 weeks ago.
That might be a different problem. You should probably go and talk to a neurologist about that thing.
I told the story, all right? Like, I don't know what you want me to do. But that's like kind of insane behavior of like, you can't use the colors of the rival team to color. And as somebody says, like, yeah, blue, green, and orange, like, those are pretty common colors to like color with. So, tough. That's tough.
No, we can't hear you.
No,
Is the answer
we can't
to your
hear
question.
anything you're saying, Hannah.
Close.
Why are you so bad at audio, Hannah? That's what I want to know.
It's true, you're friends with all these podcasters.
Friends with the quotes, apparently.
That's true. It's us.
Yeah.
Was it only those colors? She says. Oh God, amazing.
Why do I have
friends.
11 text messages? Oh God. Okay.
Oh, they're all from the same person.
Yes, Florida State. No, shit, I'm wrong. Oh, she legitimately says, "Do you really think I'm mad?" Or no, I don't think you're mad. Like, are you kidding me? No. We have a very jokey relationship. I don't even know why I said did I say she was mad? I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
You gotta
I probably
unplug it
did.
and replug it in, Hannah.
She's done that like a million times. Plug it and plug it back in.
That's the only way it'll work. Oh my God. It's true. You do slander her a lot. It's quite.
Is that
quite something.
true?
Yeah, you do. It's impressive, to be honest.
It's impressive.
It really is. Like I don't go off on my wife the way that you go off on an EP.
Don't get me in. Were the parents
Yes.
hot? Love, were they?
That's a question you
Fair
need answered.
question. Yeah. Don't get me in trouble, Joel Pearl. God.
I'm not getting you in trouble. I'm progressing the importance of the story.
That I slander my girlfriend a lot?
Yes, absolutely.
That's not nice.
Burris, believe me, she can afford a mic. She chooses not to invest.
The EP says no, the parents were not hot. No, we can't hear you.
Dropped Cash App, girl. Yeah, right.
We cannot hear you.
She's saying she's poor.
Oh.
She's also completely impossible to hear.
I guarantee you, Hannah will get money sent to her way more than you will, Joel Pearl.
100%. Hundo P. Oh man, I ain't got no. Well, maybe some scoops. I get scoops from the right friends. Friends. Oh yeah, exactly. Hannah wins every Wrestle Rumble except for the last one. It's the last one you won. The ones before that you couldn't win because you suck. No. This is great content.
Gimmick Gaming, what's up?
What's happening in gaming? Yeah, you should sell one of the 100 title belts you have.
Now Hannah can't. Now she says she can't hear us.
It was great. Your whole setup is scuffed. Oh, okay. I've been trying to rack my brains about like a story of my own to tell. It's actually kind of weird. Like I can't think of a bad work story. I know I have them. And Hannah left. I know I have them, but like I'm trying to think of any awful work stories I have. It's mostly just dealing with incompetence.
Drew, yeah, that's a lot of mine too. Drew, DM me your Skype and I'll add you. Yeah, that's a lot of mine. A lot of just incompetence. All right, let me do Anakin's story since I said I was going to do him. All right. Anakin, your story is very long. Oh, wait. Okay. All right, so Anakin says, in a rare role reversal, I had a woman at work touch me without permission, and when I complained to HR, they said the jovial nature of the conversation we'd had before warranted her to think she could do that. I then got written up for my part in the whole thing, causing me to go into a step losing my place on the safety committee, the fairness committee, and the quarterly bonuses for a year. Is Hannah back? Okay. Whether or not we can hear her. Needless to say, I left a couple months later, and thank goodness I did, because 8 months later, all production of my job moved an hour north, and I wouldn't have been able to make that drive. So there was some inappropriate touching at the job. Anakin, that's not good.
That is not good.
Can
The
you
story
hear me?
got...
Yes. For now.
I had to change to my iPad.
Oh.
My MacBook sucks.
Drop a Cash App and people will buy things.
No, because
Probably
people
not.
really will send me money and then I'll feel bad.
Can you then send it to me?
I'm just the middleman.
Whatever, man, as long as it works.
I'm going to lay down while we tell stories.
All right. This took a turn.
These are my bedtime stories tonight. I don't have any questions to ask because I did not hear it.
I feel like it's inappropriate to ask, was the girl hot?
Yeah.
Is it though?
Yeah, I'm probably not going to ask that. After I heard that part that I did hear, I don't think so. Sam, yes, I could probably spend $1,000 and get a newer Mac, but the only thing that it does not work for is Skype.
Yeah, 2021. We should start using StreamYard for this stupid shit.
It works on every, when I do Twitch, it works on my Twitch, it works on everything else. It just doesn't work on Skype, and I'm not paying $1,000 to get a new MacBook to be on fucking Skype.
Fair. Very fair.
Can't blame you there.
Although I
okay.
did pay $300 for a Lenovo once just to play Sims.
Jesus Christ.
Not gonna
Well
lie
played.
about that.
Yeah, James at Smith, the Discord is hit or miss for me though. That's the thing. Like Skype seems to work, but it doesn't work for everyone. And then Discord works, but it doesn't work for everyone. And StreamYard just works because it's like it's broadcasting upon itself. It's not using anyone else's computer. So everything's kind of like central, which is helpful. Anyway, I'll tell you guys a story. I'll tell you guys about my cruise ship, my first ship gig that I ever got. So I was working in nonprofit at the time. I was looking for a new gig. And I was like, maybe I'll go back into music. So I went on Craigslist like any normal human being would in 2012. And I went into the music section. And some guy was looking for a bass player for a cruise ship gig. And I'm like, I'll do it, sure. And the guy's like, oh, we found someone. Okay, whatever. Ignored it. A few months later, I get an email back, and the guy's like, hey, you should, my bass player had to bail, so can you come and join the band? We leave in 10 days. And I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm probably going to get murdered. Second of all, we had a nice conversation, him and I. He's like, I know this is weird, it's Craigslist, and it's very last minute. This isn't how it works normally, but here's the story. He explained it to me. He said, I'm also a graduate of University X, where I happened to be working at the time. So I was able to confirm that, yeah, the guy's legit and everything's on the level. So we had an audition, a very quick one, at my apartment. So he came to my place, we did a quick jam, and he was unsure of himself. And then he eventually said, 40 minutes later, he's like, all right, I really need a guy. I know you'll put in the work, so let's do it. So, okay. So we're on the ship. First of all, he was really, really, really nice when we were doing rehearsals and getting ready for everything. And then when we got on the ship, total dickhead. Like, changed 180 and nobody liked him. So one night we are in the lounge where we normally play. And the curtain is drawn, but ahead of us is the comedian. And the comedian's doing their set. And the band leader, the same guy, is talking through the PA to the sound guy, trying to get set up. And he keeps disrupting the set. And the comedian is like looking in the curtain and being like, dude, what the fuck, shut up. And eventually, the third time it happens, I turn to the band leader and I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, this is his set. Like, you're stepping on his toes. So the guy's like, all right, whatever. So they shut up. We play the set. Curtain closes, 1 a.m., show's over. First thing the band leader does, comes over to me, says, don't you ever tell me to shut up again in front of my band. And I look at him and I'm like, you were talking all over the comedian who was working at the time while we were setting up. And he says, yeah, except you told me to shut up in front of my band. And I said, okay. And I just let him talk and talk. And eventually, that was that. Packed up. I'm a bully. Packed up, went back to the room, and the next night we were in Juneau, Alaska. And so I went off the ship early in the morning, took a long-ass hike, and I was like, I'm going to quit the band. Like, I'm going to leave. I'm just going to fly home from Juneau, and I've got my money. I'm good. Except I didn't know how cruise ship contracts work at the time. Apparently, if you come in as a band, and your band doesn't finish as a band, the entire band goes home and pays 2 weeks of salary back to the agency that hired you. So I had to have a meeting with the band leader and the music director where we had to smooth things over. And luckily we only had a month left. So after the month finished, we went home, went our separate ways, never saw each other again. But believe it or not, I actually credit him with a lot of positive things that came from my music world and my music life understanding after that. But he was still a bitch when it started. So there you go. Questions. Was the set hot? It was pretty good.
Was he hot?
Yeah, he was actually kind of good looking, but he was like a bitch.
Was the comedian
giant fucking
hot?
buck teeth? Nobody liked that. Oh, the comedian, I don't remember.
I have giant teeth, so we're not going to make fun of people with giant teeth.
Listen, cruise ship was old. It was large. Martin, your name's not Andrew. And I don't think you're living in New York anymore.
What up, Ramatel?
Yo.
I think that's my only question.
J.K. Schwal saying it ends like my Vegas hooker story.
Yes. I will be right back. I've got a kid screaming at me from upstairs.
All right.
Good luck with that.
I'm gonna add Drew.
Do it up. He wasn't the classic I could change him type. That's the thing. He was just a bitch. Like when he was live, like when he was in front of people. This is weird.
I also have a teaser for everybody.
Oh no.
My mom sent me a message. I don't know what it is. I told her that we would be doing job horror stories, and my mom has a lot. I could probably just tell all of my mom's job horror stories. And I mean, here's the exchange that I had with my mother.
While you're getting to that, I'm just gonna say, Sam's asking like, why was he an asshole all of a sudden, and did he hide a superstar? It's not even that. Ship life is like really different from home life, from land life. Relationships on ships are really strange to begin with. Like there are people who are straight on land and gay on ships, or gay on land and straight on ships, or any different. Yeah, believe me. Some are single ridden.
Those people are called bisexual.
No. I know this is so yes. Hannah, you're 100% right to say this. However, you got to remember, we're also living and working with people who are from countries where if they were openly gay where they are,
No. I
they would
understand,
be.
Yeah, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying
they would be killed.
They are bisexual, whether they
Yes, but again,
whether
like
they
there's
recognize this or not.
yes, absolutely. But there's like 7 designations of sexuality on ships, and like one of them, it's always like you're one thing on land and your next thing on the ship.
Now added to LGBTQ plus is ship sexual.
Ship sexual.
Where
Ship sexual.
the newest one.
Drew is here. Hello, Drew.
Hello, Drew.
What's up? Great news, everybody. You're going to be so happy for me. I just ran back from the Yankees-Marlins game. I shoved Joey Gallo out of the way, and I signed his contract. I'm part of the Yankees now. Absolutely
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you. Oh, just unbelievable.
What are you doing
So
on
happy.
this show? You're making like millions.
Well, I gotta live my head to the table gimmick, you know, and
Shouldn't
Show.
be hanging out with us dorks. Give me some money.
Yeah, PayPal.me. Anyway,
Ship sexual is a good term.
yes,
Very
we're
much.
gonna
I
use
like
it.
that.
Yeah, that's very
You
good.
Tell
guys
your
hear me good?
friends.
All right, so my mom said, I said, we're telling job horror stories on Twitch show. Got any you want to share? And she laughed and she said, where do I start? I said, wherever you want. She said, I'll be in bed by 11:30. I think like she was actually going to come on the show if she, like, she goes to bed at like 8, give or take. But then she sent me a recording. I don't know what this recording is. Like
Are we gonna play it on air?
Yeah,
without
I'm gonna play it on
screening
air.
first.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
No. I'm not gonna vet it at all. I'm just gonna play it, and whatever it's gonna be, it'll be. In the words of
Terrifying.
BB Rexa. Yeah. So that's what's gonna happen. I'm
got
gonna play
you.
that later. I'm gonna read another story. What do we got here? Louis Dangor sent in a good one, and then of course he said, "Oh, I'm gonna be there," and then he's drunk and he's passed out. I'm sure. Dangor.
Coward.
Did he send? He
Coward.
sent it to you. He sent it to you over Twitter DM.
Yeah.
So I assume it's just an awful take on something.
No, it's actually hilarious. It's hilarious. He said, I used to get paid in clickbait. Used to get paid to clickbait. That's his job horror story. It's good. All right. Caleb sent one. Caleb, you still in the chat?
Yeah, he just said he's ship sexual.
Okay. All right.
It's still funny.
And I get it. You guys
Hey,
are
Anakin
Anakin.
gifting the
Give
two.
me-
The
Thank
gifted
you,
to James
Anakin.
Ed Smith. Let's not
Good man.
let's not make jokes about my mother, please. Come on, guys.
His
alright.
mother is hot. That's the only
Yes.
thing you need to know.
We're gonna get that out of the way right now.
My friends would at least growing up would consider my mom hot.
I've seen photos of your mother. She's a beautiful woman. You've posted them. Don't worry.
I mean, I know I've posted them.
I was going to say, what
The
the
birthday
hell,
party.
Joe
Yeah, I
Girl?
know. I've posted pictures of my mom on Twitter. All right.
Mhm.
Caleb says, so I work on a farm in the middle of nowhere. It's just me from midnight till 7 almost every night. It gets depressingly lonely sometimes. Where's this going? So one night the girlfriend decides to visit me. Long story short, things start getting
no.
hot and my boss catches us sleeping together, mid-motion everything. I didn't get fired. He just laughed and left us. But I get shit for it all the time. That doesn't sound like a horror story. That just sounds like you're
That's
putting
when
yourself
you quit
over.
your fucking job and
That sounds
never
like a
come
horror
back
story.
after they
That's what it
catch
sounds
you
like.
mid-motion. Are you kidding me?
Wait a minute. I have a very important question.
Was it missionary?
Was it missionary?
Thank you. It's the only one he knows.
I'm sorry if my boss walks in on me mid freaking stroke. We're
Slam
done.
jam.
I'm sorry. I'm clocked out. Never seeing you again, buddy. Mail me my check. I'm out.
Get back to high school. Finish. This is it. Don't drop out, kids, or else you'll bone your girlfriend and get caught by your
get your
boss.
high school degree or your GED. We all need the money. Trust me.
Mm-hmm. That's
true.
the truth.
It was not missionary. Okay.
Then what was it?
I don't need to know further than
Inquiring
that.
minds need to know.
Apparently,
Okay,
Joel
hold
Pearl
on.
needs to know.
Because you know what's funny? I have a story that's similar, but I was the one who caught the couple in question.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say.
No. I was a res don. So on the last day we had to clear out all the rooms, make sure that everyone had left. So I'm going and I'm knocking on doors and going inside and making sure they're clean and gone and out the door, and I walk into one of the apartment style rooms, right? And I hear something, but I don't really hear it. It's kind of faint. Go up to the door, and suddenly it stops, and then it keeps going, and I'm like, and then I key in and I open up, and they're going at it right in front of me.
Missionary?
Head of the table.
Oh, well.
What do we call him?
Alice, please.
It wasn't giving head of the table. They were going big dog style.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Heads up,
Actually,
looking right in my face.
I've never walked in on anyone.
Me neither, thank God.
I've never had anyone walk in on me, but I mean, that's not that difficult either because it's been like 8 years at this point. So, like,
I ain't sharing no stories because
EP.
and that ain't
Dude.
sharing no stories on that one. Not sure if she's
Oh my
here.
God,
But
J.K. Schwaltz has eye contact. No.
has eye contact.
This is what we're here for. Tell your friends.
All right. Eric sent in one. Eric says, while finishing analyzing experience, it's Eric Kalunga, by the way. He's a regular. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we like Eric.
All right, she is here. I could tell one about earlier. While finishing analyzing experiments for a poster presentation, I had to stay in the lab where I work all day and all night. When I was trying to take a nap while waiting for an experiment to finish, I heard steps in the hallway. I got up, started to look around. This was 3 a.m. Saw someone in a lab coat walking on the other side of the lab, said hi, got no answer, went back to my desk. I continued to hear noises, went to check, nobody was there, lights were off. I freak out, I call the campus PD, and they told me I was the only person in the building according to the card reading record. That's it. It just sounds like he was very scared. There's no payoff to that. That was disappointing. Not gonna lie, Eric. I don't know if you're here, Eric. Not good.
I'm sorry, what happened? I was not paying attention.
He
guess it was a
was
ghost.
just
Must
he
have
was
been a
just
ghost.
spooked. He was just very spooked.
Was
at
the
his job.
ghost hot?
That's the question.
I'm sorry, I have. You know what the question's going to be every time you tell a story. So
Yeah, the neon ghost, very attractive.
I haven't walked in on anybody doing missionary thing. If I were to walk in on someone, I would rather them be doing missionary than something else. I mean, to be fair, I'm going to see a whole lot less if they're in missionary.
I think my favorite was someone I worked with walking in on someone going down on someone else. And when they were caught, they didn't stop. They said, 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes.
Oh my god.
Ballsy thing to do.
But Ryan, what up?
When you need it, you gotta get it.
She told me the story. I was laughing so hard.
Jesus.
Do I have a favorite? Next story.
Consistency is key, Joel Pearl. Consistency is key.
I guess I could go with mine, right?
Get it.
Yes,
Go ahead.
go for it, Drew.
Please.
So a few years back, I worked in a retail store. And I won't say the name of it, but just know it's a very big one, and they have a parade every year.
Macy!
And you said it, not me. And
I was going to keep yelling stores until I could tell on your face where it was.
Very quick.
So my supervisor was a huge womanizer, and I worked in the women's shoes section in the stockroom. And he was never around, really, because all he was doing was either flirting with the other managers up in the upper managerial floor. So we always had to solve all the issues. And the women's shoe section around the holidays, don't know if you've ever been in those sections before. My second story is going to tell you why you don't want to be around them. Yeah, he was always like trying to. I don't know if he was. I mean, hey, he might have been doing missionary with some of them somewhere in the building. My second story, related to not wanting to be around that, is that no, Luis, the manager was not hot. He was incredibly ugly, by the way. Incredibly ugly.
Wow.
Go on.
Wow. Just burying.
Oh, yeah, I'm burying him. That bastard didn't give me a job. Okay?
Fair.
So I'm burying his ass.
Fair.
I was only doing it for the seasonal, and I would have liked to get a job, but he didn't hire me, so fuck him. Ugly as hell. So, the second one was Christmas Eve. I'm in the back, just, there's a whole, the stock room of a Macy's is just endless, absolutely endless. It probably goes like a half of a football field. And by one of the doors to go to the outside, a fight broke out for our last pair of Calvin Klein's pumps. Spilled right into the stock room. And, of course, the manager wasn't around because he was probably missionarying with somebody upstairs. And
Yes.
we had to pull them apart. And that was... that actually ended up being my last day, ironically. And I didn't know it was going to be my last day at the time. But I was okay with that. That was not an exciting experience for me. My first day was Black Friday.
Oh.
Oh no.
5 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Actually, I have one that I just remembered, too. Was an embarrassing story. Not exactly a horror story. But Christmas Eve, when I was asking for somebody's number, they thought that I was hitting on them. Like, no. It was actually a female, and I'm not of that. I play for another team.
He is not ship sexual.
I'm not ship sexual. Very, very homo. Very homo. And,
Super homo.
yeah. Super. And that was just super embarrassing. That's like, oh, yeah, now I have to actually tell you I'm gay. I'm not actually asking for your number because I'm hitting on you. But I feel bad for her because it probably happened a lot that she had to even think of that to say.
Yeah.
She was hot, I would say. As a gay guy, she was hot. So if somebody asks, yes. Unfortunately, lost the number very quickly.
My questions here, Drew. What the hell?
You gotta get better
Drew's in on it.
questions.
Drew knows that, like, he knows what he's gonna get asked. He's getting out in front of it. I respect
You're ruining
that.
my journalistic integrity here.
Oh my god.
That's.
All right, Ron Patel has sent in a story. He asked a little while ago for me to read his. Ron says, I was at work at an independent pharmacy in 2011. Worked for a year, got a text message from my boss saying, I don't have any hours for you. I find out the next week from a former coworker that the pharmacy was raided by the DEA. I would have been working, but since I got canned, a female coworker was there and the agents had guns drawn. I happened to apply to open my own business, was threatened by the DEA that I would be thrown in jail for working at that pharmacy. After hiring a lawyer and $12K later, I was able to open my business without any repercussions. I'm glad you did not get thrown in jail by the DEA, Ron Patel.
That's crazy.
It's always next year.
Wow.
It's always next year.
That's just wild though. Like,
Are we trying to set up Josh and Drew? Is that what we're...
No.
Apparently.
No,
wait,
Josh.
what?
Josh, you're a very nice guy. I'm okay. This is kind of This is funny. I'm actually getting married. Okay, so I'm sorry.
Mazel tov.
Are we
I'm not wearing
invited?
the ring right now, but yes, absolutely. You're all invited.
When
Okay.
is
Crash
it?
the
Where
fuck
is
out of
it?
this wedding.
We haven't
Drew,
planned it out yet.
I'm going to say congratulations, even though you know how I feel about marriage. So
Valid.
Thank you, and I apologize.
Congrats, buddy. Please let us know when it is, and we'll throw a big old distraction party there. Everybody in the chat's invited to my wedding, by the way.
Even me?
God, another one.
Yeah, I'm hoping this one goes better than the first.
It will.
I got
Anakin-
confidence in this one.
Anakin just sent me a story that has been on the same vein of everything we've been talking about for the last little bit. Can I share it here?
Sex?
Is
You
it
bet.
about missionary?
He says, "Here's a getting caught in the act story. One time, me and my ex-wife were doing it, and her phone accidentally butt dialed my mom so she could hear us. Thankfully, all she heard was the breathing and the sounds that the sounds that made her think that we were just in the car with the windows down, and no comment if my ex was hot. So was your ex hot?
Let's not go down this route because this seems like it's a whole other show
This is
on
the
its own.
getting caught. Yes, this is
Yeah.
becoming the getting caught in places.
Yeah. I feel like that's a whole other show that we can do at this point.
Yeah.
So let's keep stuff job related, and next time we will share stories of getting caught in sexual acts.
Well, damn, that means I gotta do something in Vegas then. So that we can share a
Listen,
story.
we can set you up with some people if you really need it.
I guarantee there will be people in Vegas there who would like you, Hannah.
And are not wrestling fans.
What? The way that you said that was like.
I was trying.
I'm sure we can find someone.
I don't.
You said that like I'm sure we can drag someone around.
No, I was trying to be like who, I didn't want to be like who would like to sleep with you, Hannah. I would just be like, who would like you.
Trolls. That's
all.
Drew, thank you for gifting the sub to Josh Robinson.
You're welcome.
But seriously, is this going to become a thing? I'm just kidding.
It's the least I can do since people were trying to set us up, Josh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really just me. I'm the one who mentioned it. I don't know if anybody else was.
Yeah. Mr. Loves Love here.
I do love love.
Fans.
Not wrestling fans is right.
I'm sure Bob O'Neill would love it if you murdered him, Hannah.
I would only just run Bob O'Neill over with my car. That would be the only thing.
But he would love that too, as evidence from his tweet.
Yes.
You know, you have to throw him off of the Empire State Building at Paris at the hotel.
Get on the roller coaster at New York, and throw him off.
You toss him into the pools at the Bellagio.
Stratosphere.
Oh, toss him into the Grand Canyon.
Bob would never tweet that about me. That's no. Lord.
We'll make it happen.
First off, Bob lives too close to me.
Oh
We
dear.
only live like an hour apart.
Y'all should be having brunch.
Thanks, let's rent a car and run him over.
Silly, I love it.
Oh, I was looking through the chat. Josh actually said he got spit on by a customer at his old job once.
Oh no.
Oh, that's the
Oh.
worst.
Oh, okay. I do have some stories then.
That set you off?
Well, I worked at a grocery store. I was a manager actually, and I live in a very small town, and everyone's fucking rude. So one day we had red grapes on sale, not white grapes. Only red grapes are on sale. Green grapes, white grapes. I call them white grapes and whatever. Okay. This lady comes up front with her green grapes, and I ring them up, and okay, small town. This is the only grocery store in town. It's expensive. So it's like $4.99 a pound for these grapes. The other ones were on sale for 99 cents a pound. I told her how much it was, and she was like, oh, those are on sale. I'm the one that sets the ad, so I know that they're not on sale. And I'm like, oh, no, they're not. Only the red grapes are on sale. I can go back and get you red grapes if you want them instead. No, I want these grapes for that price. And I'm like, well, these grapes are not on sale. The other grapes are on sale. And she just stands there and stares at me. And she said, I want to talk to your manager. Now, mind you, I was like 18 at the time. I had just became manager. And I'm like, I am the manager, ma'am. These are the grapes that are on sale. These are not the grapes that are on sale. She throws the fucking grapes at my face and walks out. And I'm like, alrighty then. So I went in the back and I washed the fucking grapes, and I ate those grapes all day because I couldn't put them back on the shelf.
Nice. First question?
I had people throw shit at me. No, she was not hot.
God damn.
I had people throw shit at me. I had a lady try to steal a whole fucking ham one time in her purse.
Oh, God.
It was like the amount of shit that I dealt with in there was insane. I broke my, whatever this bone is right here for your thumb, like 4 weeks before I was supposed to get married. And, okay, I did get married, but like 4 weeks before my wedding date. But
if only it prevented that marriage.
Yeah, I know.
Only it did.
But like 4 weeks, I dropped a big thing of a box that had gallons of water in it. So it'd have 6 single gallons of water. And it fell off the shelf, fell on my hand, broke it. I went out to the hospital to have x-rays done. They put me in a brace and everything. My boss calls me the next day to ask me, 1, if I'm still coming into work, because she didn't want to have to work. And 2, to make sure that I'm not going to make her have to pay for my medical bills.
Good Lord.
Luckily, I was still on my dad's insurance at the time, but I'm like, really, lady? Like, I fucking broke my thumb at work. I got hurt at work, and all she cares about is if I'm coming to work and if she doesn't have to pay my medical bills.
I actually thought that I broke my toe in the stockroom once because I was reaching up for a box, and, because it's like rush like crazy in that job. You had to get there was this machine, you had to scan the thing, you had to get a ticket, you had to run to the aisle, you had to grab it, run back. It was insane. And I wasn't paying attention when I grabbed this box. I turned around to start power walking, and I slammed my foot. Now, mind you, I'm not like barefoot or anything. I just ran my foot right into this box that was on the floor, and it hurt so bad, to the point that I had a black and blue. This is kind of gross. I had a black and blue mark under my toenail for a year.
Yep. Yeah. How'd that happen where it doesn't go away? Yeah.
Yep.
It was like, holy shit, how the hell did that happen? It's just, and the box, it wasn't even like a box with, this machine. It's just a box of shoes.
I think the only other thing that I can really remember about that, I worked there for 3 years. So from when I was 16 until right after I turned 20, because I got married right after I turned 20, which should be illegal. At
least she knows.
I got engaged at 18. That should not be legal either. But
your brain's fully something.
Yeah, fully fucking something. But so I had strep throat on my 19th birthday. I was so sick, and went to the hospital or the doctor the next day, and they gave me penicillin, which I'm allergic to.
Ooh.
And I didn't check before I started taking the medicine because I made sure to tell them I'm allergic to penicillin. This is the same doctor's office I've gone to for years. And it caused my throat to almost swell shut, and I had open sores, like bleeding sores all on the inside of my mouth.
God.
So then I'm having to take all of these other medicines to try to heal what that medicine had done. And I have a doctor's note and everything, call my boss, tell her that I can't work. She makes me come in because it's a Friday night and none of the other managers want to work nights, and she doesn't want to have to come in on a Friday night. So my boss was the owner too. And so I come in and sleep at the desk, which when you're at the register, you could see right into my office and the desk. So they could just see me with my head down on the desk, every customer, and all the customers kept being like, is she okay? And I mean, I was just not functioning. I couldn't swallow. I couldn't freaking eat, talk, anything. And at like 9:30, which my shift ended at 10, so I was just counting down the drawers at 9:30, my boss calls me and is like, do you want me to come in and finish out your shift for you? Bitch, I've been here for 7.5 hours. No, I don't want you to come in and finish it out now. Like, get the fuck away.
Amazing.
And that was the only time in 3 years, that was the only time I ever tried to call in, was that day when I had strep throat, and she fucking wouldn't let me. With a doctor's note, which is illegal, forcing me to work with a doctor's note. Only time in 3 years that I ever tried to call in, and I was so pissed off. She was terrible. It was a freaking terrible place to work. And I was handling like $20,000 a night and made like $9 an hour.
That's absurd.
It was awful.
Oh. I had actually in my current job in a school, that one I'm not going to mention because we don't want to go there. And ironically, I have a million horror stories about that, but maybe when I'm not working there anymore, I'll come back and tell you all those. I had that same situation happen where somebody, another staff member, ate something they didn't know had some fish in it. I don't remember what fish it was. And they were allergic, and they just swelled up like a balloon, and we had to call the ambulance for them.
Yeah.
He had to like forcibly throw up, even just to try and get it out of his system quicker, because it was like rapid. His neck started, you could just see it blowing up. That was kind of a scary situation, actually. I never experienced that before. I don't have any specific allergies that I know of, but I know that my fiance actually is allergic to ibuprofen, so he's got to make sure that he's always got something on him. So by the way, just in case, do not give me this, because that's like the go-to when you go to the emergency room. Like, they feed you that ibuprofen.
Yeah, same with penicillin. If you have any sort of infection, they're like penicillin.
Yeah.
And they say that it's not like a genetic allergy. But my mom, all 3 of my siblings, 2 of my nephews, and 1 of my kids are all allergic to it. So I have a feeling that there might be some genetic factors playing into
maybe.
I won't even let them give it to Reed, because I'm like, Lord, I don't need my other kid having a reaction to it. Jeremy, do you have another story for us?
First off, Sean Burby gifted the sub to Legendary 123. The legend himself, Sean Burby, gifting a sub to Legendary. Luis, I keep saying it wrong.
Lou and also Is.
Yes. He sent us a story. I don't know if Luis is still here, but if he is, here we go.
He was a few minutes ago.
Okay. It says, I got fired from my previous job due to a mistake by another employee. Been there. When I worked in a warehouse, this person who caused my termination filed a packaging order with the wrong tag and delivered it to the wrong state. I was blamed for it, despite the fact I was working on a different thing at the moment. My former boss noticed this and tried to lure me back, but I rejected the offer because screw that person for mistaking me. Funny enough, I did my first contribution for Fightful the week after that. The rest is history. So out of my bad experience came my start in wrestling writing, and I will forever thank you for that. And Luis just puts me over. I like that. More people
awesome.
Just put me over. I'm happy that you have made this transition, Luis. I heard that the Sean Ross Sapp, that tyrant, has paid you for some contributions, so that is always good to hear as well.
Man, he just pays anybody.
It really does. That's why I can't get raises, because all these other people who can contribute one story a day get paid, taking my raises from me.
Hey, man, my only question is, am I going to get the Denise Salcedo money tomorrow night
I can't.
because I got to do her job.
The Denise Salcedo money. Good luck.
I know. I'm gonna have to hold him up.
What are you guys saying? Oh God, to Josh Robinson about? I don't see it.
So I'm allergic to nuts, ironically.
Oh. I wish I was allergic to nuts.
You could be if you try hard enough.
My God. Louise, I have a sort of similar story. Is like when I got fired from my job, I got fired on my day off, by the way. So that's straight out of Friday. That was a big joke. How the hell you get fired on your day off? Yeah, I got fired on my day off. But like after I got fired, and I hated that job, but after I got fired from that, I just kind of threw myself into like really just going full bore on the writing stuff, because before it was just like a hobby for me, because I was working this other job and the money was good. It was retail, it was sales. The environment sucked, but the money was good. But once I got fired from that, I was like, well, I kind of suck at everything else, so I might as well like try writing and just kind of going with that. And yeah, I feel like I'm doing okay. Should still be raises. Should still get raises, but you know.
Maybe if you didn't open a Patreon on an offset of your current job.
Maybe they cut in how much we get off of that Patreon, because
valid point.
We ain't doing too bad on that thing, believe it or not.
All right, let's move along before we go too far and this ends up on scraps.
Anakin says, how do you get fired on your day off? I need to hear this story. All right.
They call you and fire you.
Yeah, I was gonna say step 1, they call you.
Well,
step 2, they fire you.
Well, the story is different. My mom called me and fired me on my day off.
This is even better.
What?
I love it.
Okay.
She told me I was fired on my day off, I should say. I worked with my mom at this store.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a little bit more sense.
She was fired as well. So they fired both of us. She was working. Yes, she was working. And they fired her, and obviously if they fired her, they used me as the scapegoat of like, well, we couldn't fire him, and then it'd be awkward if you were still here, so we're gonna fire. She'd been there for like 15 years or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this other guy who worked there, he was a complete dick, and he got moved up in a management position because he
like nuts.
Do what?
Does he like nuts?
Yes, yeah. And I think he and the owner had a relationship, but that's not for, that's speculation on my part.
We like speculation here.
Yeah. But he never liked my mom. So he was looking for any excuse to fire her and fire me, because he never liked me either, because I was a threat to him, and, he didn't like that at all. So, yeah. He wanted to fire me, and it was my day off, and my mom just called me, and she's like, we're fired. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, I didn't give a shit, because I hated the job. I felt bad for my mom, because she'd been there for a while, and she was, she really kept that company together through some tough times, and I thought that was bullshit. But, yes, that's how I got fired on my day off. My mom is the one who had to call me and tell me that I was fired on my day off.
That's another manager that's ugly as fuck.
The manager is very ugly. Yeah, very stupid. Like, I could tell some just stories of just his, like, absolute incompetence and stupidity, and how, again, like, if my mom and I weren't there, the place probably would have... It literally would have burnt to the ground. That's because there was a fire that he did not understand how it started, where it was coming from, like what was going on, and he was the one who started it, and it was very possible that he could have blown up and burnt the place to the ground if we did not come to the aid. So yeah, just a very incompetent person. I don't know what happened to that place. I used to, just out of sheer pettiness, I used to visit it. It was August 13th. I got fired. So we're actually coming up on the anniversary here. I used to visit the place every August 13th and just walk in there and just act like, like, what's up? That's basically what I would say. I'd just be like, hey, what's going on? And just make it very uncomfortable, because the the owner and the guy who facilitated everything stayed at, bless you,
I have
they
special
stayed
guest
in their
going through
offices.
here.
They would not come out to greet me. They would have the other people come talk to me. But
Cowards.
they would, complete cowards. So they would stay in their offices though, and they would come say a word to me. But yeah, I used to just go up there and do that. Obviously not doing that this year. Drive 8
I'm
hours
laughing.
just to keep up my petty tradition.
I'm laughing at Sam saying when Adam Pearce was on SmackDown with his glasses, his first thought was that I must be loving that segment. I got like 18 tags and DMs on Twitter
You're
about
welcome.
Adam in his glasses.
Oh my god, sorry.
You know,
Go ahead.
I always wanted to know, where did the thing with Adam Pearce start? How did it happen?
He turned 40.
Turned 33.
Sounds good. No, like, I don't know, probably two and a half years ago. Whenever they would have like fights and stuff, he would come out to break up the fights and everything. He would always be with like Pat Buck and like the other random ones that would come out. And I would always post on Twitter like Adam Pearce has been spotted, and it was always just like a joke. And then we just started, because I mean he's from only like a couple hours away from me, and so we just started like back and forth about like shit talking about baseball, because he's a Cubs fan and I'm a Cardinals fan and everything. Well, you go away. and stuff like that. And then it's just turned into like, I told Joel earlier, I saw him Sunday after the show. Me and the kids went over to see him, and he was like, we should have taken a picture together. And I was like, no, because if I post a picture of us on Twitter, the replies are not going to be wholesome from people. So
God, you should have done it. Vegas is gonna be unreal for that shit.
My cat has become a big hit in the chat.
Yeah, your
cat
cat.
is adorable.
Cool. What is the
your cat's
cat's name?
His name is Alexander.
Alexander.
Aw.
Is it specifically named after a certain person, place, or thing?
Nope.
Okay.
he looks professional.
That was a
and he
shitty
sounds
Thank
story,
you.
Drew. Come on, make something up.
Sorry.
That's why you named the cat
After Alexander the Great.
Alexander
I'm
Graham
talking about
Bell.
Eric
That's not a
Eric
cool-
Bischoff is hot too. So
God damn it, this is gonna
Oh,
go down a really
Josh,
bad
yeah.
rabbit hole.
Josh, I have to judge you a little bit for that one. I'm just like, what?
he's
what
not
is
judging
it-
me though.
What? Oh,
It's
I mean,
expected
well,
from me.
I know.
Really is.
No, very expected. Josh, I gotta know what is your fascination with Mr. Eric Bischoff?
It's
I have to
since
know
he,
it.
it's since he got the gray hair. That's
You
really
mean
what
since
it
he
is.
stopped dyeing his hair black in 1999?
He looks a lot better now that he's got the gray hair. I mean, we all know I got a thing about old men,
And
so I
he's
don't.
rich.
You know what? Totally get it.
I respect
All
it.
right.
I mean, I can't even explain it. Sam, yes, we do intend on taking a picture together in Vegas. We have talked about this,
I'm gonna crash it.
and I've told him he has to wear his glasses.
So
Maybe.
who's coming to the Arthur Ashe show if that doesn't get canceled because of that damn COVID that's around?
That's sadly not me.
I want to. I don't know if I'm gonna make it happen, but I got a lot of pals who are going. I got a
Sean
V-trigger.
intends to.
Yeah, I think Sean might. I know he wants to. Like, if he can get a credential. I feel like if Sean has to drive through here, he should just pick me up and we'll just ride together. And yeah, but I want to. I got a V-trigger SP3 in New York.
Mm.
What, honey?
Maybe I'll let
What's
you be
his-
trigger.
There's no letting. I just do it. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
you never
Alright,
see
is
it
that
coming.
the only AEW show that you're going to be at,
I'm so
Drew?
Well, it's the only one around me for a foreseeable future, at least. If that
Yeah.
one doesn't get canceled, I mean,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. But Delta, it's a shitty airline and it's a shitty COVID.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if Sean does car karaoke. JK. I sang him when we were in North Carolina for WrestleCade, and we went on the Great Belt Search. I was singing some Taylor Swift to him, and he was very weirded out by this. And this is when Sean and I, like, we knew each other. This was the first time we'd met, but we weren't doing like the SmackDown show at this point, so we'd only really had kind of like a rapport. This is even before like we started doing the distraction, because this was November 2019, so we didn't he didn't really like know me then, and like really know my personality. I think when I told him like, yeah, I'm gonna just sing Taylor Swift in the car, I think he was just like, okay, you're not like, that's not a thing you're actually going to do. So yeah, I think he was just kind of like freaked out by it. Now I'd probably do it, and he'd probably still be like, all right, well now you're just an idiot, and you know, what are you doing?
He doesn't appreciate my breadstick karaoke either.
He's definitely not showing up to the Chicago karaoke. No, like
he does not appreciate my karaoke. I will send him the karaoke videos, and he'll say, "You're stupid." That'll be his response.
See, me, I'm like, yes, more. This is fantastic. This is great.
Yeah.
I do need to
post. He saves
post
all of them though, so I know that on like my birthday one year, he's just gonna post like 18 videos of me singing karaoke with breadsticks in the car.
The EP recorded me singing "Style" in the car to SmackDown last week. I gotta post that on not the Fightful Select Patreon. The other Patreon.
The other.
GA. On Twitter. GA tweets. Mini.
Yes.
She sent on it. And this is one. All right. So. All right. She says. All right, so she's mentioning about a fireworks thing that went off. All right, so something equally horrifying in a different way involves a large Hershey's chocolate sheet cake I bought for an after-school club meeting/party. There was one kid that was begging for the cake literally the whole time, but he had to wait until we finished the little ceremony type of deal we were going through. He finally got his cake, though, and he scarfed it down really quick, and next thing you know, the poor thing hurts everywhere.
Oh, no.
I'm talking Hershey's dark brown liquefied icing just projectile vomited all over himself, the desk he was sitting at, and the floor. This caused the world's worst chain reaction when another student with a low tolerance for that type of thing immediately vomited as well. I'm running around with napkins, trying to get them wiped down and out of the restroom to clean it up, not slip in any of the vomit, when another kid starts gagging and vomiting. We had to clear the whole room, try to get the babies cleaned up, and call the parents to let them know everyone had to be picked up early. It was a disaster, so much to clean up. The custodians who are actual Earth angels, did such a great job getting it up quickly, but even though they were so fastidious and I aired out my room and Lysoled it within an inch of its life, I would still catch a whiff of vomit occasionally throughout the end of the year. It was like being haunted by the world's most disgusting ghost. Most importantly, the kids were okay, and I found it funny later on. Bless their hearts.
So what that reminded me of is Matilda, when the kid is eating the big piece of chocolate cake in front of everyone in the cafeteria. That's what I kept picturing the whole time.
Vomit, man. Vomit and me.
Yeah, I don't handle vomit. Even like when my kids were smaller, I don't do like bad smells either. When they were smaller, I could handle it a lot better because like you have to. And as they've gotten older, like one of them threw up one day. I can't remember which one it was. And I was like, the whole time. I'm like,
oh
no. It was you. Yeah, I was like dying. I did not think I was going to be able to clean it up. It was awful. It's not like little kid vomit anymore. It's like you're a grown man and you're throwing up.
Right.
in your bed and then...
Oh yeah, you threw up in my bed. Yeah, that's what it was. In my
man.
On my sheets. Yeah.
As one does.
Yeah, I can only think of the Family Guy scene where everybody is just like throwing up all over the place because one person. I'm not good. I'm not good with the smells either. Like, if the dog would like throw up, like I just not good.
I have to deal with this one throwing up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah. The EP's cat will throw up. Unfortunately, like I've never had to experience that, like to clean it up or anything. Fortunately, like she handles that part because I feel like if I did, she'd like probably be cleaning up my throw up as well
Yeah,
if I tried to clean up the
exactly.
cat's throw up.
Yeah, that's just awful. Gross.
Yeah, not a fan of the vomit
Goodbye.
there. J.K. Shaw says
Oh, hell yeah,
Alexander's a
Josh.
saint and he can do no wrong.
Anakin's son threw up in his car once. Had to stop at a church,
Oof.
doing a blood drive to get it cleaned up.
I had a drunk friend throw up in my other friend's car, and like we went to dragon boat practice the next day, and you could still smell the vomit in the car the next day. And yeah, it was somebody else almost threw up the next time. Like it's just awful.
I had a stomach virus in the 3rd grade and was vomiting all the time. That's the last time I ever vomited. Because I have a phobia of vomiting now from that situation.
I got so sick during both of my pregnancies. I literally did not know if I was going to survive. Like, with Camden, I have PTSD from Arby's now because of that, which is funny that this was GA's story that led into this too, because she hates Arby's. But I lived in California and all I wanted was Arby's. I was just craving Arby's. And I knew I was going to get sick because I hadn't been able to keep anything down in like 9 weeks. And we drove an hour to the closest Arby's to get me Arby's. And not even 10 minutes after I ate it, it was back in the bag again. It was so bad. Oh my God. But yeah, my sister had a friend that they were like 20 that threw up in her car one time, and then we went to a water park the next day and we thought we had it all cleaned out. Once it got hot,
Oh no.
my God.
Oh no.
We were driving down the interstate with all the windows down and our heads like hanging out of the window because it smelled so bad. It was scarring. Oh my God.
All right, let's move on. Now I don't know what you're about to say, Drew. If it's vomit related, we're moving on.
Yeah, we have to move on.
No more vomit relating. We have an anonymous submission here. In December 2019, I injured my foot in a work-related injury, which caused me to be restricted from working for 2 weeks. The evening I went to the doctor and received said restrictions, I notified my boss that I would be out of work. The next day was spent in text change with my boss, the opening supervisor at my store, and the person who begrudgingly replacing me about what was going on, why I didn't come up with a better plan, etc. Mind you, this is less than 24 hours after leaving the hospital and being on pain medications. This ended up being my breaking point between myself and this particular manager. After the dust was settled, I called our 24-hour employee helpline to speak to someone about this issue, and less than a month later, I turned in my resignation and stepped down to a lower position within the company. This was done not because I wasn't good at my job, but the stress of working for this manager was too much for me. Having incompetent bosses that just like don't understand shit, absolute worst. Absolute worst.
Was the boss hot?
Yeah.
Oh well, Sean just outed that it was his story. It said you said okay. Well, you posted that it was anonymously. I was gonna respect that. Sean says no, she wasn't hot. So there you go.
Damn it. Sorry, I'm dealing with some very funny Twitter shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
CJ's dumb. All right, let's go to someone else's thing.
CJ.
Someone else's story.
Chris Jericho, he's an idiot. He's getting his wife trolled because he tagged her, and she's freaking MAGA.
She is the fucking epitome of first name bunch of numbers on Twitter.
Oh no.
He tagged her in
No.
an anniversary post, so everybody's trolling them.
Oh, that's nice.
21 years.
Well,
That's
I
how
mean,
you do it.
when old Live or Leave quote tweets it with pictures of him kissing other women.
That's not nice. Chris Jericho is just trying to celebrate his love. I'm not laughing at this. You guys are mean.
I laugh because other people laugh. It's like a reaction sometimes. So.
He's Judas in his mind. It's okay. Oh no, Jericho's not getting divorced. She's been knowing what he's been doing for 20 years, dude.
Yeah.
Just like all the rest of these wives. She knows what he does. She gets that paycheck. She don't care.
Okay. All right, we're back.
Oh man. So actually, I wanted to say, the last time I laughed that hard was last Thursday because Anakin surprised me. I don't know if you guys knew about this. Anakin surprised me with a promo that he bought on Cameo from RJ City.
Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, like 6 minute long, fucking hilarious thing.
Have you guys seen the episode of Family Feud with RJ City on it yet?
I'm not.
I haven't actually.
I watched it and it is so funny. Oh my, his answers were just, and like, David Arquette is such an awkward fucking dude. Like, he nervous laughs all the time.
Mhm.
So anytime Steve Harvey says anything to him, he's like, it's so funny. But yeah, they were funny. They were entertaining on it. You go to bed.
I miss RJ. I hope I get to see him soon.
What were you trying to... You were trying to get me to write an article on his post, which I would have, but I felt like it was Joe Sakic slander.
I wasn't even trying to get you to write the article. I was literally just trying to get you to engage together so that there could be some sort of repartee. I don't know what could have come from it. Maybe he would have shown up on the distraction.
I'll tell a very nice story about RJ City, and he probably has no clue that he sent this to me. But when Larry Zonka passed away last year, and I was searching for stories for his daughter because his daughter wanted to put together something nice for their mom or her mom. For the first anniversary without Larry, she reached out to me and was like, hey, can you like gather stories, like nice stories about my dad? And I was like, yeah. And I kind of put a call out there on Twitter and stuff, and RJ, he may have legitimately been like the first person to message me and was like, hey, I'd like to submit a story about Larry and just kind of like what his writing like meant and everything. And I was like, well, I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. So he probably has no clue that he sent this to me and who I am, but I will never forget that RJ did that for Larry and the family.
Yeah, I've told the story on the Impact stream, so it's never really lived in infamy. But my last job before I started doing all the content stuff was in nonprofit again. And it was I was running a contest. I was the program administrator for it. Anyway, it involved a judging component. So at one of the shows that I would go to at my local wrestling promotion, RJ and I would chat and we'd catch up. So I actually asked him to be one of the judges, and he was like super happy to do it. And it was not like a lot of his time, but it was some time for him to put out for us for free. And it was a doll of a human being. I appreciate him. He's a good dude.
And on that note, fuck RJ City. All right.
Right.
Next.
Worst.
We don't have too many stories left. So we have one from Evil Penguin. Evil Penguin. We do have a couple of highlighted messages in the chat. I'll read those in a second. Evil Penguin
because
says,
my kid has fallen asleep.
Good.
yeah, I see that.
Get a pizza cutter.
Evil Penguin says, had a job at a Mexican restaurant as a dishwasher. A couple months in, they complained to me about the water bill going up since I'd started. So I was getting yelled at for doing my job properly, as apparently before I'd started, they never rinsed the dishes before putting them in the dishwasher. During this, the servers were giving me part of their tips because I was working harder than anyone else there. Next thing I know, I'm getting fired because they had planted a case of perishable product under the dishwashing sink. It spoiled and they blamed me. Moral of the story, do as little work as possible to get by. Apparently, they don't appreciate hard work. Who knew? I mean, I try to get away with that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work to do a little bit of work.
That's basically how I run my life.
That's why I'm trying to win the lottery, so I don't have to work at all. That's my goal.
Questions from the peanut gallery?
Were the servers that gave you their tips hot?
This is Penguin we're talking about. It always happens.
Evil Penguin says these people were dicks anyway.
Case in point.
And yes, they were hot. There you go.
As they should be.
Oh, the EP says, "Have a good night, everyone." She's currently working and taking care of more important people than to watch our stupid little silly show.
Have a good night, EP.
Good night, EP.
Byes.
All right, couple highlighted messages, and then I'm gonna play my mother's video clip here because it's past 1 o'clock, and unfortunately, I still have some work to do because I always do. Cyclops is better than Logan says, I have a horrible job story. I do assisted living, had to take care of a client to a doctor appointment. The doctor refuses to see him in the office because of his behavior problems. So said he'll come to the car. 10 with waiting. My client got mad, went on the bathroom on himself, took his clothes off, and rubbed a dirty diaper on himself from head to toe. Oh my God! Try to run out the van. This went on for 15 minutes. A bad day 3 years ago. I dislike my job. I'm glad you were able to let that out. It feels like you needed to let that out. Cyclops better than Logan.
And people that work in assisted living, assisted care, do not get paid enough for what they do.
Totally.
My mom goes to elderly people's houses, like ones that are still mostly capable of taking care of themselves, to take care of them, and she has a freaking man that like is constantly just like rubbing shit on the walls in his house. And I mean, just one day they sent him home with a catheter in because his Medicare or whatever wouldn't let him stay overnight. They wouldn't pay for an overnight for the procedure, and he was supposed to come back the next day to get his catheter taken out, and he ripped it out. So he had blood all over the walls and everything when my mom came in, like, and I think she makes like $14 an hour. Not enough to deal with that by any means.
Priorities are so screwed up.
Yeah. And minimum wage in Illinois is like $13 an hour. So
all right. I'm going to read. I want to play my mom's video, can't even speak. I'm going to play my mom's audio message here. I feel like
Let's go.
I don't think this is going to be like as exciting as people are hoping it's going to be. It might legitimately just be my mom saying she loves me. I'm just letting people know that right now. It might just be my mom saying I love you.
there's
It is
only
your
like
band.
40 of us.
It is. Oh my God! It's fucking 3 minutes long, so it's not just my mom saying I love you.
It's her saying I love you for 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's 4 minutes long. All right, well, here we go. Here we go, everybody. My mom better not fuck this up. I'm gonna yell at her.
Hey, this is Jeremy's mom, and I understand he's doing a show tonight about horrible jobs. Growing up, when I was 13, I got a job at the marketplace, and it was great until the guy asked me to go in the back to count the money. Left that day. Then went to McDonald's, and the captain of the football team kissed me in the drive-thru. Best day of my life.
Not when Jeremy was born.
It cut off! What is happening?
Get it back. This is
What is
amazing.
happening?
You have to keep your phone like highlighted.
Yeah, I see this now.
Left that day.
Okay.
Then went to McDonald's, and the captain of the football team kissed me in the drive-thru.
I don't know these stories.
Best day of my life. Then had a few other jobs and worked for some construction companies, which it was good. And then we moved to North Carolina and got a job at a spa place for 18 years. Was owned by a dad and two cousins. I quit twice because they yelled and said the F word so effing much in front of customers.
My mom hates the fucking F word.
What the hell? But I still stayed there. And then the dad died, rest in peace. And then the best cousin passed away, rest in peace, Daryl. And then the stupid cousin was left. So I still stayed there and worked, and Jeremy came to work to help out because the good cousin had passed away, and he decided to hire the salesperson that had been there for 5 years.
Oh, so
his job was a bartender, and he decided to hire him as the operation manager and didn't like me or Jeremy, so guess what? We're gone. But that's okay. Jeremy found a great job he's happy with. He can work in his underwear.
Factual.
And me, I'm okay. But I had to go through a few jobs. Worked as a CPA. It sucked. And then went to an endodontist office. And the guy was, I don't know what the hell was wrong with him. Bipolar or something. But he had cameras in all the rooms. The kitchen and everything. I'm surprised he didn't have them in the bathroom. So, of course, I was not happy. So, got an offer to work at a job at a place that fixed restaurant equipment.
Oh no,
and it was good. Emotional. The boss, two of the bosses, they were great. I made friends with the lady, and we went to the beach and went to pick up my new little puppy, Cody. And
the goat, Cody.
Then one day she just decided I was getting too close, and they made up a lie and said, "Well, you're out of here." Well, fuck them.
She said the word.
So now I'm working at a place that respects me and has helped me, and I deserve this. I'm not going to say how old I am, but
amazing.
I'm just happy to have a place that I can go to and know I'm appreciated. And I'm happy for Jeremy. He's happy right now, and that's all I ever wanted. Love you, baby.
Oh my God, my mother, with just her life fucking story out here.
That was wonderful.
Your mother was way better than I thought she was going to deliver there. I didn't know what she was going to say.
So emotional there for a minute.
Oh man. My mom, I don't know if she's going to. She'll probably watch this back because for some reason she is very strange and watches all the content.
She is so wholesome and sweet. Oh my God.
I love her.
Very proud of her boy.
Love her.
She
and
is.
She goes, well, fuck this.
My mom does rule. She really does rule. She tells me, she tells me all the time how happy she is for me and how proud she is for me. She's so happy that I found love. She's just I love my mom.
That's all we want as moms is just our kids to be happy.
Yeah.
So she sees how happy you are now, even if you aren't near her.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call her tomorrow. And I talked to her today, actually.
Send her a big long voice message.
Tell her we all love her.
Oh man. Anakin, I don't know if I'm gonna get her on the distraction. I legitimately want to do an interview with her on the Patreon, and I don't know how that's gonna go, but yeah. Oh man, I don't know. I feel like that's it, right?
That was so sweet.
Can't think of anything.
Always end on a good note.
No.
Well, I got my kid's big ass head on my shoulder right now, so if we're ready.
It's comfortable.
Guys, you can't move.
He has such a big head. I'm like losing feeling in my arm.
J.K. Schwal, thank you for the bits for Mama Lambert, the queen of the shits.
She loves this business.
Oh man.
The business of being a mom.
Yeah.
Looking for people to raid while we're talking.
Yeah, let me know. I'm not pairing my mom with Bob O'Neill. No. Are you kidding? My mom, she messaged me. She messages me about O'Neill. Because again, she watches and she's like, he's not actually like replacing Joseph.
She was concerned.
She really was. She really was. She likes Joseph. When Joseph, I told her. When Joseph was thinking about cutting his hair, and she gives a total mom response of like, well, as long as he's happy with it, it's okay. And then she's like, you're not thinking about shaving your head, are you? And I'm like, no, mom, I'm not. I haven't gotten a haircut since I fucking moved to Ohio. So
yeah, you gotta get yourself one of those.
My head. Was it like, just the beard that you shaved when it was your mom's? Was it her birthday?
Yeah, because she doesn't like when I go clean shaven. So for her birthday, I went completely clean, just as a rib on her.
Oh, you're such a good son.
Such a good son. I have people arguing in my mentions on Twitter about misogyny.
Fuck Twitter.
Oh God.
I don't understand. I already blocked the guy, but
why complain about misogyny when you can look at CJ get roasted?
No, man. All right, who are we rating, Joel Pearl?
My boy Lucha Freddy's still on. If you guys want to rate him,
sure. All right, let's do plugs. Drew. Plug stuff.
You can follow me on Twitter, the worst place to be, at Big Money Drew. And I do also work for, another wrestling website called Cage Side Seats, where I recap Raw, SmackDown, and the main roster pay-per-views.
I'm sorry that you have to recap Raw.
Well, I won't be doing it soon because my other job is eating into my time on Monday nights, so starting in September, so I'm actually not going to be covering Raw in a couple of weeks.
Hell yeah.
Lucky.
I'm pretty excited about that, not going to lie. Thank you very much for having me. This was an honor.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Thank you, Drew.
Been following you guys for forever, and it was really wonderful to be able to jump on here and finally have a conversation like this.
Drew, Drew, a legend in the Twitch, always gifting the subs. Acknowledge Drew, the gifting legend out there. Joel Pearl, what do you have to say?
Y'all know where to find me at Joel Pearl, JoelPearl. Tomorrow night, yes, on the YouTube, on the Fightful YouTube, I'm going to be reviewing the Impact Homecoming event. So come and support me. It's my first time doing one of these post shows on my own. Steven Jensen might join us. We'll find out. But I'm a little nervous. So I'd love to see you all there after Impact Homecoming. We'll talk about the show. We'll talk about wrestling. That's all for me.
I'm gonna be there.
Send
I'm
Joel
gonna help
Pearl
you
money.
out.
Send me money.
I'm gonna
PayPal.
I'm gonna help you out, Joel.
Oh yeah?
No, definitely
I
not.
didn't think so.
Hannah.
You can follow me on Twitter at Cher Delaware. I just made it easier and changed my whole @. That's about it. I don't really do much else.
I just clicked on my Twitter home, and the first tweet at the top of my timeline is a tweet from Cher Delaware that says, "Listen, I'd accept missionary from any of them."
Shit.
I'm gonna unfollow you.
Listen. If people can't accept that I have to get my thirst tweets off on Friday nights, I don't know what to tell them.
And
This
Thursday
is
nights
a
and
regular
Wednesday
occurrence.
nights,
No.
Tuesday nights, and Monday nights.
This is a Friday night thing, except the occasional Wednesday night thirst tweets about Adam Page. But I'm currently boycotting Wednesday nights because of Adam Page.
The Friday night delight. Cher Delaware.
Jesus. All right.
I just have to get off my tweets on Friday nights. Well, that's because I had John Cena, Finn Balor, Adam Pearce, Roman Reigns in the ring at the same time. If they would have thrown Pat McAfee in there, I might have exploded. So I don't know. And Sonya. So like,
I totally agree with you. Totally agree. Roman Reigns and Finn Balor especially.
Oof, yeah. Follow me on Twitter at Cher Delaware.
We'll be back on Twitch. Probably nothing this weekend, honestly, unless I just get super bored. We'll be back on Monday at 5 o'clock. I don't know what we're doing. Maybe reviewing matches. I don't know. Tuesday, we're doing a distraction financials call. What is this? I don't know.
Please don't ask me to be a part of that.
Oh, you will get you will get a DM.
A media invite.
Yeah, you'll get a DM.
Do I get credentials for that?
Yes, I'll send you a DM. Joel Pearl's gonna moderate. He's just not finding this out.
Oh God.
What day is this? Tuesday.
Tuesday.
All right, I'll make sure I'm available.
Insider again, or whatever the hell he said last.
Yeah, that was the biggest pop. Besides John Alba showing up, because like actual legit journalist John Alba showing up for our stupid shit.
Like
sitting on a fucking couch in the back.
Yeah.
He was in a freaking suit getting ready to actually go on air. He's like, guys, I have 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He's in the back.
I don't know what this is. Sean literally, he posts in the Skype chat. He's like, it's 3 o'clock on Thursday, Sam, or Tuesday. He's like, Jeremy, I have a great idea, a distractions financials call. And I'm just like, yeah, that sounds stupid. We'll do it. And I have no clue.
That he's going to be in the chat the whole time being fucking annoying like the people always are on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. I have no clue what we're doing. I don't know what people are going to ask. Sean's going to ask us about like our Patreon and get us in trouble. He's going to get Jimmy to come on there and be like, so how much you guys making on the Patreon?
Oh, no.
Everyone is saying marbles. They want you to play marbles again.
We might do marbles on
Hell
Monday.
Yeah.
But see, like if Joseph wants to do like match review stuff or review a show, I hope he doesn't want to review Impact. I assume he doesn't want to review Impact. We might do marbles. People seem to enjoy the marble stuff, so we might do that.
They're gonna ask why you haven't fired Velveteen Dream.
That's fine. That's fine. Like I don't actually.
They're gonna ask why the content on Raw and SmackDown is so bad. That's what they kept wanting the investors who don't fucking watch wrestling to ask the other day. I'm like, these people don't watch wrestling, okay?
Ask him about AEW.
I don't want Jimmy to make a cameo on the distractions. He legitimately will be like, why am I paying you this much?
I mean, it's a legitimate question to ask in a financial earnings call.
But I don't want to have to be like, well, Jimmy, if you didn't pay me this much, there'd be about 3 stories on the site every day. So good luck with that.
Well played.
No, I don't want Jimmy there because I'm pretty sure Jimmy already thinks I make too much, and he doesn't understand why I get anything off of the Twitch or why I have my own Patreon with Joseph, and I don't understand why any of that stuff either. And I'm still asking for raises. I don't want Jimmy there. I really don't. All right, everybody. Who are we rating?
I just DM'd you. There's a guy who's playing Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, but he's also a wrestling fan.
Okay.
And he's got 2 viewers, so let's pump him up.
All right.
WD Lucas. Everybody go follow our friend and be nice. Hang out with him.
We'll raid. Everyone tell him what's up. Everyone enjoy the rest of your night, evening, morning, wherever it is
Drop
in the
him
world.
a follow when we go over. You don't have to stay and watch, but drop him a follow.
Yeah,
You should
say hi.
watch. Go banter.
Chat some wrestling.
Yes.
Thanks
Y'all enjoy
for
y'all's
joining
night.
us,
Thank you guys.
guys.
Thank you guys for hanging out. Next week, I don't know what we're doing on next week's late show. Maybe if we don't do marbles on Monday, we'll do marbles next week. I promise you we will do marbles next week. Whether it's the late show after the SmackDown show or whether it's Monday, we will do another marbles stream. All right, everyone. Y'all enjoy y'all's night, evening, morning. Thank you guys again.
Good night, everybody.